Today, I want to talk to you guys about how my YouTube page was demonetized, what I did, and ultimately educate you guys on some stuff to do so it doesn't happen to you. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned.
My name is Jay, and welcome to Ask a Debt Collector, a subsidiary of Clear and Strategic. Now, I've been in the debt collection industry for over 15 years. I've done it all, from management to owning 2 debt collection companies. Over the last 10 years, I've been the go-to guy for friends and family for questions regarding debt and credit. Now I want to be that person for you. Let's go.
It's been about 3 months ago, I finally was monetized. So I started my YouTube channel in 2021. I've had it for a little over 2 years. And just to give you a little backstory with regards to it, I've worked in the debt collection industry for 15 years. I own a debt collection company. And around the pandemic, I didn't feel comfortable calling people to pay a debt when I knew they couldn't pay their actual mortgage or rent. So for a while, in all honesty, I've been trying to figure out a way to pivot out of debt collections. I just didn't like it. It was wearing on me. 15 years. It's a tough, gruesome job at times. And I figured, you know what? I've always wanted to start a YouTube. I should have started a YouTube back in 2016. I just was afraid to do so. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to start a YouTube page. I'm going to talk about what I know, which is Ask a Debt Collector, everything regarding debt and credit. We get to the 2-year time span. Now, I finally get monetized on my channel, and it took a while. I was posting videos every day for about 6 months. At one point, I posted a video every day. And when I got monetized, by this time span, you have to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. It took some time, right? Like anything, you got to work. And so I put a lot of sweat equity into this. And this is why I'm so upset, because of all of the sweat equity. I finally get to the point where I'm monetized. Now, don't get me wrong. That first month, and I'll probably do a video on that, I made a little over $100 in advertised money. And that was it. So, come that third month, I'm trying to figure out an actual schedule with regards to how I'm going to post YouTube videos and so forth, so that this way now, all the videos and everything I'm doing counts. On top of, and that's a cool thing about YouTube, all my older videos, anytime people are watching, I have videos from 2 years ago that people are still watching till this day. And so now every single video that I have up on YouTube was monetized. So like most people, I'm always scrolling through social media. And one of the things that I noticed was on TikTok. I noticed that I would see creators on TikTok who would basically just take other people's videos and they would basically repurpose them or repost them and put them up. I would see a popular video, and I would see it across the board on like 15 different pages, and they would have 13 to 100,000 views. And so I thought to myself, I'm talking about all things debt and credit, and how can I expand, right? Because one of the things that I learned through YouTube and so forth is you want to be niche down, right? You don't want to be talking about other stuff, because the people who are going to subscribe to you actually subscribe to you for a specific reason. So if you start to turn from that, it's going to mess you up. So the thought process that I had in my mind is like the Super Bowl and advertising. When we watch the Super Bowl, which is a football game, the commercials aren't only about football. The commercials are about everything, right? And the whole key is they have millions and millions of people who are watching. And so because there are millions of people, when you advertise on those commercials, you got a lot of people who are looking, a lot of eyes looking. And so in my head, I thought, how can I do what I'm seeing on TikTok / what I see on Super Bowl commercials to get more eyes on what it is that I'm doing? And so I love inspirational video. And anytime I would see something that was cool, for the longest, I have a bunch in my phone, I would just save it. And I would just, whenever I'm getting down, or whenever, I'm going through a hard time, or when I'm needing a push, I can look at these inspirational videos and they help me. And so in my head, I thought, you know what? If these videos are helping me, here's a way to push them out to everyone else. Now, initially, when I thought of doing this, I thought to myself, this is a YouTube page about credit and debt. If I start putting inspirational stuff, I don't want to lose the little bit of subscribers that I have. But I said, why not? First thing that I did is I took an inspirational quote, right? And I edit it. I was able to save it and download it on my phone. And what I would do is pick my logo, the same logo that you see here, this logo here, and make it my own. I would cut half of it, pick my video up, and, sort of kind of do what I was seeing on TikTok. I point at it and say, whatever it is. Now, mind you, I've never done anything like this before, but I figured, what, if I do this, if I could get some traction, I could get some eyes looking at my actual YouTube, and then people will see, this inspirational thing, see Ask a Debt Collector, and maybe think, oh, what is this? And click on it and look like a Super Bowl ad, right? You're going to see something's advertised. It's not about football. It's advertised about whatever it is. And once you see it, it's ingrained in your brain. And, if you're hungry or whatever the circumstance may be, it'll make you interested. So my thought process was, that's what I'll do. So I'm getting into Reels, and I'm realizing how Reels are impacting my YouTube page a lot better than the long form videos. I didn't give up on the long form videos, but now I'm doing Reels, and I'm basically cutting pieces of my long form videos and cutting them into Reels and, highlights and stuff and throwing it out there. And so as I'm doing these Reels, if you check my YouTube page, I'm getting 40, 50 views. Sometimes, 200, 300 is like a lot. So I did this first reel that was the inspirational thing, and I just sort of kind of pointed. And I tried, in the beginning, I was trying to tie it to collections, but it was sort of kind of hard. It was just easier to do that. So I picked the reel up, and this reel got 1,000 views. And so in my head, I said, okay, I'm getting somewhere. I'm doing something. So I would pick the reel of the inspiration earlier in the day or later in the day, whatever the strategy was. And then I would pick up one of my short reels. And when I did that reel, I got like 1,000 views. And when I did one of my reels with dealing with credit and collections, that reel got like 500 views. And so I thought, I found something. By that second week, I put up a reel that for me went viral. One day, this inspirational reel that I took from TikTok had like 20,000 views. And then as I would toss my other videos that dealt with the actual channel, now I'm getting 2,000 views and more. And a lot of people were coming. I probably got like 50 subscribers in 2 days. And for me, that's a lot, right? I'm averaging about maybe 25 to 50 a month. And this time span, in 2 days, I got 50. So I'm like, that's what it is. It's advertising. I'm putting that out there, and then people are seeing my page and they're subscribing to me because I'm getting to a different audience out there with inspiration. And obviously, a lot of people who need inspiration probably are having issues with their credit and debt. And so it makes sense. The algorithm pushed the video out a lot more. It would have the Ask a Debt Collector underneath it, and I knew that would get people to look at it. I probably put up a total of about 8 of these videos within this 2-week time span, but over the last 3 days, it was killing. I know I was going to be going out of town, and so I thought, you know what? I'm going to be out of town. I'm not going to be able to post any reels, but I wanted to do 2 reels a day and 1 long-term video a week. I'm building all this traction, and now I'm excited. I had 5 videos set up. I set them up, picked my stuff for the inspirational, as well as I had my 5 reels dealing with debt and credit. The next day, I wake up in the morning, and I'm doing the final touches of getting all this stuff set up because I'm going to be leaving, and I'm going to be gone for a week. And so I'm not going to be able to post. But to you guys, in my head, I thought, you know what? This next week, if I got 24,000 views, now the stuff is going up. This next week, I'm going to be at the 50,000, 60,000, 100,000. I may get, thousands of subscribers. And I thought, hey, this is all cool. So the next morning I wake up, and let me show you what I wake up to. Your channel is not currently able to earn. And as I scroll down, it says, what happened? After reviewing your channel using a combination of automated systems and human reviewers, we found that it does not follow YouTube's monetization policy. In my head, I'm like, oh gosh, now I'm starting to pick up some traction, and now the man wants to come in and start taking money from me and so forth. And so, potentially I was going to probably, quadruple the amount of money that I made before. We're at the beginning of October. So I found this all out at the beginning of October. And so in my mind, I'm like, oh man, I'm going to, I'm monetized. I'm going to start making money. I'm going to get all these YouTube subscribers. Everything's going to work out with regards to it. And so when I saw that, I'm like, what the heck? Man, this is the type of stuff that people are saying with regards to YouTube. Every time people go on YouTube, something happens, and I'm always hearing about people's pages getting demonetized. And in my head, I'm sitting here thinking, what did I do? I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't read the information with regards to reuse content. Don'ts. The first one is what I messed up. Short videos you comply from other social media websites. You're not allowed to monetize off of that. And so it was clear, right? I'm like, oh, I didn't know. I seen people doing it on TikTok. I see it on Instagram and Facebook. What I did was I took all those videos off of my YouTube page. And so they basically told me right here, you can see, you can reapply starting January 4th, 24, as long as your channel meets the following requirements. Eligibility, obviously you got to have 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch time hours. I'm already over that. But now I have to wait until January to reapply. So all of that momentum went. Yes, I am still doing reels. Sometimes with regards to everything that you're doing with business, you're going to have setbacks. But ultimately, I'm going to continue to work at it. I'm going to continue putting up reels and so forth. And I'm going to continue to go. Moral of the story, don't you reuse content. I thought it was okay because that's what I've seen on TikTok and all the other platforms. For whatever reason, YouTube doesn't want you to do that. I'm back on the grind with regards to doing my YouTube page, and it's a lesson learned. So don't reuse content. If you do reuse content, obviously go back. It tells you exactly the do's in that video of how to do it. Next Thursday, I will be going live, so stay tuned for that. If you have any questions about the situation, put it down in the comment section. If any of you guys have actually been demonetized on YouTube, put down in the comment section who you are and why you were demonetized, so that way when other people come, you can look in this comment section and you won't make those same mistakes. So it took me 2 years to get monetized, and in less than 3 months, I lost that. And now I gotta wait for October, November, another 3 months in order to get back monetized and get back acclimated on this channel. This channel is gonna grow. I'm gonna have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I'm gonna have hundreds of thousands of views. This is just a minor setback to actually propel me even further forward. Now, if you have any questions, put it down in the comment section. I promise I'll answer those questions. And as I always say, you be great.